In today's episode, I talk about the 5 common mistakes in freestyle that is probably preventing you from reaching that next level with your swimming. I'm Krista C. I am your coach here at Between the Laps. I have a combined 30 years experience in and out of the water, both as a swimmer and a coach. I've coached athletes from 6 and unders all the way through to the Olympians. I help swimmers reach their next potential within the pool. So join me today as I talk about the 5 common mistakes in freestyle. So the first mistake that a lot of swimmers make, and this is especially common in older swimmers, in an older generation of swimmers, is that they lift their heads when they swim. When they're swimming, they're staring at the end of the pool. They're keeping the water just around their cap level or their goggle line. And this is basically acting like a wall into the pool. The water is hitting your head and it's causing you massive amounts of drag. You want to lower your head, keep a nice streamline, aligned position in the water. We're looking down, we're looking at about 5 degrees in front of us. If you want to measure it out, you just want to be looking just slightly. Because guess what? That pool has not moved. The end of the pool is exactly where it was on the lap before. It is not moved. We do not need to look at every wall that we're coming towards. People who designed pools for 25 yards or 25 meters were smart. They put a line on the bottom of the pool with little anchors on either end, T's on the ends of each. That is what you should be using to judge where you are in the water. We don't need to be looking at the end of the pool. This is just going to strain our neck, cause a lot of tension and friction against the water as we swim. We want to be able to keep calm and aligned. So when you're swimming, let's think about this. Your head is down. You want that nice, even, flat position with our heads. We don't want to be looking at the end of the pool. Even there, you can see that with my head up, I'm causing a crink in my neck. It's just awkward. The second mistake a lot of swimmers are making is they're kicking too much. And you might be saying, what do you mean kicking too much? How do you kick too much in swimming? Doesn't kicking a lot make you go faster? It can. It can. But what I'm talking about is the swimmers who are they're expending all this energy. They got all the kick going like crazy, but they're probably kicking from their knees, or maybe their toes and ankle flexibility isn't quite where it needs to be. Maybe they're pointing their toes down in the water instead of just having a nice flat kick. Maybe they're not kicking from their hips. You want to have a nice rhythm to your kick. A lot of coaches talk about the 6-beat kick. This means that you're going to take 6 kicks per stroke. So every time your arms come in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's how many kicks you want to try to do when you're swimming. This doesn't matter if you're going ridiculously fast in, say, a 25 sprint, or if you're going for a middle distance event at 200. As you start getting into the longer distances, you might even want to slow your kick down even more. You want more power from your kick, from getting that bump bump motion with the water and pushing the water away in that way, using the power of the leg, not the speed of the leg, in order to get a strong kick. For example, Katie Ledecky, the fastest 1500 freestyler in the world, she has a 2-beat kick when she's swimming her 1500. But her kick is so strong that with every stroke, she's able to just gain so much power, and in a lot of cases, so much distance over her competitors. She doesn't have to kick or use her legs like crazy. She just gets a lot of power out of it. So instead of just speeding your kick up and going crazy in the water, think about being efficient in the water, getting that nice kick, that nice power kick from your core, from your hips. The third mistake a lot of swimmers make, and I see this a lot in novice swimmers of various age groups, is that they lift their head to breathe. What do I mean by that? So they're coming in and they're either going to lift up and look again at the end of the pool, or they're going to lift their entire upper body in order to get that breath. They think they need to get their whole head out of the water, out of the pool, in order to get that breath. But there's a thing, as we're making momentum in the water, we're creating a trough in the pool. And so when we swim freestyle, that trough opens up this beautiful air pocket bubble that we can breathe in and out of, mostly in, right? We want to breathe in. We want to breathe out when our face is in the water. We want to breathe in when we get that air pocket. And so as you rotate your body, keeping your head flat, one goggle under the water, we only want half of our face. There shouldn't be a lifting motion. If we lift, what happens to our legs? They're going to drop. I want to keep that nice alignment in the pool, nice flat alignment from toes to head. Okay, we're going to be here, nice and aligned. We breathe. We get that rotation from our body. We get that extra pull, rotation. Head is flat. Breathe, and then back into the water. Don't want to lift. Lifting is just going to cause half your body to sink, expend too much energy. It's just going to get messy. The next one is very common and can cause all sorts of injuries. This one is the crossover. When you're swimming freestyle, there is a tendency to almost overreach. I talk about reach a lot. I talk about trying to swim big. I'm not a big guy, but I always tried to swim as if I was 6'4", 6'5", 6'7". But you have to do this very carefully. If you're getting too much reach, you may be crossing over your body. You could be crossing the invisible line that separates your body as you're rolling. So think about somebody who's taken a skewer and put it through your head and all the way down through your legs. And you're just rotating on that skewer the whole time you swim. You also want to think that the skewer then has a curtain or a veil that your arms cannot cross. So this is where the power diamond stroke comes in. You want to come in and you just want to be in line with your shoulders, and you never want to cross over your face. And so if your head is down and you're looking at the bottom of the pool, you should never see your arm cutting in front of your body. It should be out, it should be here. So if you do find that you are crossing over, here's a quick drill that I used to use back in college. It was fingertip drag, and as you did your fingertip drag, you flicked out. You kind of almost tried to make a massive Y when you were swimming. And this allowed you to, it made you feel very awkward. It made you feel like you were kind of swimming like this. But in reality, you were in line with your body, with your shoulders. You were removing that crossover, that you were just getting the right pulling section in order to get that powerful pull. You were eliminating that crossover effect. Finally, still speaking about the arms, is entering with straight arms. And this is very awkward and very hard to change in a swimmer that already does this. And what I mean by this is basically your swimmer is swimming flat. You're entering the water with a flat pull. And so you're just coming here. So instead of having a high elbow where you're catching the water and grabbing it, you're basically just slapping the water, which doesn't really allow you to catch anything. It doesn't allow you to get that power stroke in there, right? You're not really creating a paddle. It's basically you're taking that paddle and you're just slapping the water with it over and over and over again. This is forcing you to rely more on your kick in order to keep your body position, your alignment, all sorts of things, and you're not really gaining momentum for speed. So if you want to get speed, you have to enter with a slight angle on your fingertips. Fingertips enter first. Elbow is kept nice and high right here. See? You got a high elbow, it's the highest point. I'm entering, I'm coming in, I'm pulling, and I'm creating a paddle from all the way up my arm. My whole arm is creating that paddle section. So instead of entering flat, you want to think paddle. And so there's a lot of drills you can do with this. You can do anything from fingertip drag to properly working on catch-up freestyle, different things like that. You can do catch-up, right? And watch how you enter the water, okay? You can do pause drill, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do other drills where you're just working on the catch. So you could just be here, out in front, and all you're doing is foo, foo. You're just doing small motion pulls from one arm to the next. Now, I'm doing this with my head looking at the camera just in order to speak to you, but you want your head looking down, right? You want to be able to look down. You're here, foo, foo, foo. And you should feel those lat muscles, the big lat muscles and back muscles engaging into your stroke. That's what you're looking for. You want to engage those back muscles. If you don't feel the engagement, if you're coming in flat like this and just smacking the water, you're only working maybe your shoulder muscles and you're going to wear out your rotator cuff. And that's just going to cause all sorts of issues. So those are my 5 common mistakes that I see swimmers making on a regular basis. So next time you're in the pool, I want you to think about those. Think about where your head is, how you're entering the water, how strong your kick is. Are you doing too much kick? Should you ease it back a little bit? And these quick little 5 tips, if you just look at those 5 tips, you're going to massively improve your swimming in one session. So until next time, I hope you have a great time swimming. I hope you work on some of these exercises in the water and you fix these techniques, your technique. And if you enjoyed this content, please hit the like button below. Have any questions, send them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And if you really enjoyed this content, please hit that subscribe button. That would mean the world to us. We have also launched our ultimate guide to freestyle. It is available on Amazon for just $2.99. It's a downloadable PDF. You can read it on your Kindle, your iPad, whatever the device is that you want. You can print it out if you want to. We would love for you to check it out. I will put the link in the description below. Until next time, have fun, keep swimming.